Our group has come together and decided to do our project on Western Canadian wildfires. The question we will analyze is, what is the difference of air quality and the impacts on the ecosystems before and after forest fires in Western Canada? We intend on discussing topics about the impact these drastic fires had on thousands of ecosystems around Western Canada, as well as the resulting air quality. Overall, forest fires cause a major impact on the land around us, and we are going to research the devastating effects that these fires have had on the land and people.
All right, everybody, let's take a look at the background research that our team underwent to answer our currently proposed research question. Our team narrowed down 4 main points that we want to research in order to answer our question. The first is, how are fires started in Saskatchewan, and how do fires in Saskatchewan affect other provinces? The second question we wanted to explore was, how are fires generally started within Canada? The third question we wanted to explore was, what are the effects of air quality after a major forest fire within a certain region? And lastly, we want to explore the damage to the Canadian economy from forest fires.
One article we decided to look at was called Fires Burning in Saskatchewan and Smoke Traveling into Ontario. This article discusses how major lightning-initiated wildfires were burning in northern Saskatchewan during mid-June 2010 that burned for multiple months, and meteorological conditions were suitable for atmospheric transport of smoke fumes eastward across northern Ontario and for downward transport to the surface. The smoke fumes drifted eastward over parts of southern Ontario and then coincided with sudden increases in concentration of PM 2.5. The specific data that indicate detection of smoke from northern sources are the air quality observations from various locations in southern Ontario. The same article, Fires Burning in Saskatchewan and Smoke Traveling into Ontario, talks about forest fires in Quebec during July 2002. Significant chemical compounds emitted into the atmosphere by these wildfires in Quebec include carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, methane, light hydrocarbons of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, hydrogenated volatile organic compounds, ammonia, preoxides, chlorine, bromine, and some sulfur compounds. Smoke and emissions from these forest fires may impact locations far downwind from the source.
Hello everyone, my name is Cheyenne. Today I am going to be talking about causes of forest fires. Within Canada each year there are many causes of forest fires. The most common two ways forest fires are started are due to natural causes such as lightning, and the second most common way forest fires are started is by us, humans. With that being said, within Canada each year alone there are over 9,000 forest fires that are started by either lightning or humans. Even though there are a lot of man-made fires caused within Canada every year, most wildfires are caused by lightning, which no one has any control over. Lightning accounts for approximately 85% of all wildfires within Canada each year.
Forest fires not only destroy entire ecosystems, but also cause drastic financial repercussions to the affected province or country. Forest fires can cause millions of dollars in damages, destroy homes, and force people to potentially evacuate for long periods of time. The graph on the right shows the financial cost of the different forest fires that happened from the early 2000s to the late 2010s, and is measured in the millions. The picture on the left is a picture of the recent Fort McMurray fire, and is estimated to cost almost $10 billion in damages, as fires get worse and worse over the years. The Air Quality Health Index, or AHQI scale, is a scale used to represent the severity of the air quality when a forest fire happens. Air quality gets inherently worse on the scales of 8 to 10 and can cause severe respiratory damage if inhaled. The chemicals caused by forest fires can cause numerous negative effects to the human body and can be potentially life-threatening. At scales 8 to 10 are when people living in the affected area are forced to evacuate from home to a safer environment. In 2016, the Fort McMurray fire was at a level that was almost 4 times as high as the highest scale in the Air Quality Health Index, reaching a scale of 38 and becoming exceedingly dangerous.
These are our group's summaries and conclusions. Our group members have extensively studied forest fires in Canada. We have found out that when a forest fire occurs, many things can happen. Often the air quality is affected, and as well, we have found that when a forest fire happens, not only is the region where the fire is burning affected, but as well as other regions can become affected due to smoke traveling. Often, when the air quality is reduced, there is also chemicals released into the air, which include carbon dioxide, methane, and ammonia, which are released during the fire burning. The number one problem that comes from forest fires that affects humans is often respiratory damage from the toxins released during the fire, as well as animals can lose their home. The economy can be affected due to the financial strain of putting out the fire and the aftermath of rebuilding, such as the Fort McMurray region. There are some additional reasons why a forest fire can start, such as connections to the weather and the climate of a region, as well as a fire can be linked to lightning, as well as human causes. The end result, though, is often the same. Forest fires can have a huge impact on the vegetation, soil structure, carbon cycling, and habitat availability.
Looking at Saskatchewan's curriculum, forest fires' effects on ecosystems can be looked at grade 4 life sciences and habitats and communities. HC 4.3 looks at assessing the effects of natural and human activities on habitats and communities, and also to propose actions to maintain and restore these habitats. Forest fires have great destruction on the homes to all animals, and it is important to know how these habitats come back to life after, and what we can do as people to help prevent these destructive fires. This topic can also be looked at in grade 7 under life sciences, which looks at topics of interaction with ecosystems. Forest fires can be looked at in the outcome EI 7.4, where there needs to be analysis of how ecosystems change in response to natural and human influences, and propose action to reduce the impact of human behavior on specific ecosystems.
So why is this relevant in Saskatchewan? So we live in a place where wildfires are very common due to our large boreal forest in the north, and it's important to know what to expect and how to prepare and prevent these fires. So Sask's boreal forest makes up 7% of the Canadian boreal forest. This is larger than Germany. Here in Saskatchewan, forest fires are the largest source of natural disturbance in our boreal forest, which is around 1 million acres in size. The fire levels range over the years, so there can be very low levels one year and then extremely high levels the next. We know that wildfires release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. For Saskatchewan's boreal forest, this results in very dry summer climate. Our boreal forest stores very high amounts of carbon in the soil, and release of this can cause major changes. These fires will directly affect people who live in this province. In 2017, there was a fire within 3 kilometers of Pelican Arrows, and this resulted in most of the town being evacuated from their homes. At this time, there was also a fire ban covering 2/3 of the province because there were many other fires in the province as well. Okay, so what could be next? After the research that we did, we think that some of these topics might be an interesting way to dig a little deeper. So we would look into how long it takes for land to recover after a wildfire, if there's specific medical problems that are a result of poor air quality and how they can be treated or prevented, and if there's preventative measures being taken to reduce wildfire occurrences.